Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Happy summer. It was a short winter, wasn't it? It was a short winter. It's going to be beach weather tomorrow. That's all good. So please, if you would, think about what was good in your week, what was really good. There are times for fetching and complaining, but that's not now. Think about what was good. And when you have something that was wonderful this week, that was really good, or that was just easier than the other times, please get up and find someone in the room you don't know or haven't seen in a while, and go introduce yourself and share your good things with them and vice versa. So please do that. So when you can, if you'd all come back and we'll get started together. Thank you all for being so open and welcoming. We welcome Shabbat, and we welcome the angels that bring Shabbat in. Shalom Aleichem says, peace be to you, angels of peace. And please, while you're here, would you bless us with peace? It's on page 142. Please join with me. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Barchuni LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 129. In Song of Songs, there is a statement. I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine. Song of Songs is a love poem. It's a pretty racy one if you read it. And it was understood as both the love between a man and a woman and also the love between God and the Jewish people. And so when we sing it, I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine, we're speaking of those we love in our lives and also of God who loves us. So this has a little, Yeah, we'll do a little Addams Family kind of thing in with it. So can you all do, come on, can you? If you can't snap, it's okay. I can't snap with my left hand either. I also can't whistle, so don't feel bad. I'm not trying to make, I do this in class. I go, and everyone stops and looks, and it works. So if you can't, then you can clap or just do it along. So on page 129 at the top. Do, di, li, va, ani, lo, ha, ro, e, bashoshanim. Do, di, li, va, ani, lo, ha, ro, e, bashoshanim. Mi zot ola, min hamidbar, mi zot ola. Mi zot ola, min hamidbar, mi zot ola. Do, di, li, ba, ani, lo, ha, ro, e, bashoshanim. Do, di, li, ba, ani, lo, ha, ro, e, bashoshanim. Mi kuteret mor, moru levona, moru levona. Libavtini, achoti kala, achoti kala. Do, di, li, va, ani, lo, ha, ro, e, bashoshanim. Do, di, li, va, ani, lo, ha, ro, e, bashoshanim. We are at the darkest time of the year, and what's supposed to be the coldest time of the year, but that's not working out so well. But it is the time when Shabbat comes in at about 4:30 in the afternoon, and very short days and very long nights. So we bring light and we bring warmth into our lives and into the room when we light the Shabbat candles, page 121 and 120. Oh, this music stand is definitely not for me. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Please turn to 146 and rise if you are able. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. 148. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv haravim, v'chokhma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna mishanei itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem, barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch alenu le'olam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. 155. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, to keep alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh ele, nora tehilot oseh ele, malechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zeli anu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. The prayer for the evening, 160. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. 162. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת, ויהי נפש שבת, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת, שבת ויהי נפש. We continue with the Amidah, 164, and the even number pages. Please rise if you are able. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agiti latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, נחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, נחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. (172) You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah, the heaven and the earth were finished and all their array. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that had been done, ceasing then on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, and ceased from all the creative work that God had chosen to do. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant as our heritage your holy Shabbat, that Israel, who sanctifies your name, may rest on it. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. 175. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, shodcha levadcha b'yir'ah na'avot. 177. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulecha na'eh lahodot. 178. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your presence. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael bashalom. We continue silently with any of the readings on the next several pages or the prayer that each of us has in our own hearts. Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Amen. Please turn to page 371. Please take this time now to think about family, friends, loved ones who are in need of healing. Healing of the body, healing of the mind, healing of the spirit. And please either say their names one at a time to yourself, or as I look around the room, as I look at you, please say their names out loud so we join their names with our prayer. Sheberach Avotenu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Now, the first service of both December and January, I was away. First one, I was in Omaha installing Cantor Alexander. And then last week, I was away on vacation. So I understand that birthday blessings were overlooked. And so anyone who has had a birthday in the past month or two that did not get a chance to say thank you, I invite you to come up to the bima, and we will say thank you now. So whatever birthday people, please come join us. And would everyone else please rise? Oh, God, we didn't have them, sort of. They're supposed to be chocolates. Ah, there we go. I knew there were. Okay. Sunday coming up or past?
Sunday coming.
Coming up. Happy birthday. You can say as you go, like you say. Come on over here, guys. Like, there you go. Yeah, you don't have to hold hands. It's not a wedding. It's not anniversary. That's a different one, right? Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Our God and God of our ancestors, God of days and years, our lives are in your hands. We thank you day by day for your many blessings. And as year follows year, we grow ever more grateful for all your gifts. These people whose birthdays occur this month come before you with special prayers of thanks and praise. Be with them always to sweeten the joys of their lives. Bless them with health and happiness. Bless them with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. And bless them with the wisdom to learn from all their experiences. We pray that their lives will be filled with good and with an abundance of your blessings. May they and all those they love have the joy of sharing and celebrating in your presence for many years to come. Please join me in Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh. We praise you, Adonai, our God, source of all creation, for creating us, for keeping us alive, and for bringing us to this time of celebration. Gentlemen, we wish you Mazel Tov, and as I really like the Israeli version better. Instead of to 120, it's Ad Mea Ke'esrim. May you live to be 100 and feel like you're 20, which I'll trade the other 20 years for that one. So in the meantime, a little something sweet. Anyone who can still eat these? And could everyone please shout Mazel Tov? Ad Mea Ke'esrim, gentlemen. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Please be seated. And happy birthday for you too. So this year I've been going back and reviewing some of the things that I've taught and some of the things that I've learned over the years. And was it here? There we go. What I want to talk to you about tonight is something that is really challenging for us because it's not an easy, simple answer to something. I can only speak for myself. When I grew up watching cartoons on Saturday morning, some of you remember the cartoons came on right after Modern Farmer. I'm definitely dating myself, but that's the way it was. I know a great deal about farming equipment from those shows. The cartoons would often show a person who had to make a difficult decision. A decision between right and wrong, good and evil. And who remembers how right and wrong were portrayed in the cartoons? Say that again? Right, you had a little angel sitting on one shoulder, and you had the little devil on the other, and they would both talk to you and tell you and try to convince you which way to do things. And what was nice is that it was always really black and white. You know, there was no question which one 6-year-old me was supposed to choose between those two. And so I grew up like that, and it wasn't surprising at all when I heard the Jewish concept of Yetzer Tov and Yetzer Ra, which is translated roughly as the good inclination and the evil inclination. Now, Yetzer is an interesting word because it actually means what you're born with. The Yetzar is to create, what you're created with. And the rabbis understood early on that we were created with both of these things within us. But they didn't quite understand it as good and evil. And I want to read to you from Midrash Rabbah, the largest collection of Midrash ever in history. And don't worry about the first part, which is a little rabbinic stuff, but listen to what comes after it. Rabbi Nachman said in Rabbi Samuel's name, behold, it was good. You know, the 6 days of creation, God saw, behold, it was good. Behold, it was good refers to the good desire. That's Yetzer Tov. And behold, it was very good, which is only said on the 6th day, refers to the evil desire. Huh? It was good refers to the good desire. It was very good refers to the evil desire. It only says very good after humans were created with both the good and bad inclinations. In all other cases, it says, and God saw that it was good. Can the evil desire then be very good? That would be extraordinary. But without the evil desire, listen to this, without the evil desire, however, no man would build a house, take a wife, or have children. And thus Solomon said, again, I considered all labor and all excelling at work, and that it is a man's rivalry with his neighbor. In other words, all labor and all work is done only because of our rivalries with other people. Now hold on to that idea for a minute, because the rabbis are here saying that the evil inclination is the only thing that gets the appellation very good. This doesn't quite fit with the angel and the devil on my shoulder, so let's go on. The ancient sages decided that they were going to capture and imprison the evil inclination. Give the rabbis a little flexibility on this. So they ordered a complete fast of 3 days, whereupon the Yetzer was surrendered to them. He came forth from the Holy of Holies like a fiery lion. He, the Yetzer, the evil inclination, said to them, realize that if you kill me, the world is finished. They held him for 3 days as prisoner. Then they looked at the whole land of Israel, and not an egg could be found. So they said, what shall we do now? They let him go. Now, let's just try to understand this for a minute. The rabbis said that were it not for this evil inclination, and that's why I'm having trouble with the word evil, no man would build a house, take a wife, or have children. Then it goes on to say that when they metaphorically imprisoned the evil inclination, chickens stopped laying eggs. the world couldn't go on. They had to release the evil inclination back into the world, or the world would die. Now, that really, really doesn't fit with our American Protestant ethic. And I say American Protestant because that's how America was created and was raised on a very Protestant ethic. So something which I share with my 10th graders when we discuss sexuality, I talk to them about the fact that almost everything they know about religion and sexuality comes from Christianity. And that Americans' approach to pleasure comes from a puritanical way of looking at things. Now, here is a quote from 1 Corinthians. So this is New Testament. It is well for a man not to touch a woman, but because of the temptation to immorality, each man should have his own wife and each woman her own husband. This is Jesus talking. To the unmarried and the widows, I say that it is well for them to remain single as I do. But if they cannot exercise self-control, they should marry. For it is better to marry than to be aflame with passion. Now, just as a little aside, that's not much of a rave for marriage, is it? Better to marry than to be passionate. One would sort of hope that maybe the two could go together in some cases, but that's directly from the New Testament. Best thing would be celibacy. But if you can't be celibate, then marry, for God's sake, so you shouldn't be inflamed with passion. Oy. The other quote, which is fantastic when you think about it, from St. Jerome, who was one of the early church fathers, who said, he who loves his wife too ardently is an adulterer. Now, pardon me, who is the man committing adultery on if he makes passionate love to his own wife? Anyone? God. You should not be giving yourselves over to pleasures of the flesh, and if you're going to do it, you should do it sort of mediocre and still have lots of time to focus on God. If you're really, really into what you're doing, you're committing adultery on God. That's with your wife. So I bring these up with the students, not in any way to say anything negative about Christianity, but to understand where the United States culture comes from. It comes from a culture where pleasure is sinful. And it goes directly into the little angel on one shoulder and the little devil on the other. We all know this. So the little devil is going, go ahead. It'll feel so good if you do that. And the little angel is going, you should be sacrificing for the greater good. And we heard this over and over in all kinds of ways. So what does it mean for us to say this evil inclination is necessary for the world to survive? Now, a colleague of mine, Rabbi David Ostrich, did an essay about this, which I loved, and I've loved it for a very long time. And he said, let's retranslate. Let's retranslate Yetzer Tov into the desire to be selfless and Yetzer Ra as the desire to be selfish. So now, let's take a look. What does that mean? Well, times I want to be selfish. I want to have a house to live in. I could give away all my money, but I would like to have a house for myself, for my family to live in. I'd like it to be heated in the winter and cooled in the summer. I'd like it to be clean. Things that are not necessary for me to live, but I like them. But I also think it's important to share what I have with others. I don't think I can just say, I got mine, you get yours. I don't care what other people are going through. It doesn't matter to me. The people that have run into hard times, the people that have gotten sick, the people that have run into bad luck, whatever it might be, to hell with them. Well, I can't do that either. There's something inside of me, something that was created inside of me, a yetzer, that goes to helping others. So Without the Yetzer Hara, no one would build a house. No one would take a wife. They were speaking to men, obviously. So for them, it was simple. Sexuality was connected to marriage. Why do you need sexuality? Well, it's something that's permitted to us in the right ways. Why would you not take advantage of it? Well, couldn't I be spending that time better studying or working in a soup kitchen? Yes, I could. Sometimes I just want to enjoy. Okay. And other times I say, I have so much that I enjoy. Let me try to bring joy to someone else, to another family, to a community that's in trouble, to a community that's going through hardship. I can take some time away from my joy to help others. Having children. One thing I always say to my children is, you have no idea how expensive you are. I actually gave a sermon years ago where I realized that if we had not had our 3 children, I could have bought a jet. Not just I could have bought a jet. I could have bought and fueled and paid for a jet if I did not have my children. And so there's part of me that's like, why did I spend all that money? Look what I could have done. And yet, there are so many other times when my ability to be part of creating life and nurturing life is just more important to me than anything else could have been. Our oldest, Noah, now has a daughter. And as many parents do, he's come to us and said, oh, now I get it. You would die for me. Yeah, dude, that's right. That's you know that. So there's that opposite of selfishness, which is I would literally, not figuratively, would literally lay down my life for my children. So that selfish part, that unselfish part, which is the right part? And the answer clearly is a combination of both. It's not the devil and the angel. It's competing interests that we have inside of us. They're not wrong. When the rabbis acknowledged that without that Yetzer Ra, the bad inclination, there are so many parts of our lives that wouldn't exist. Why get a job if not to get money? Why do you need money? Well, because there are things you can buy with money that might be useful. But then I can share some of that. And if I'm blessed enough to be able to share and still have a good life, how wonderful. And I had thought this for a long time, and then Rabbi Ostrich pointed out that Rabbi Hillel said this 2,000 years ago in his famous statement, a 3-part statement. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? In other words, selfish. If I'm not going to do for me, who's going to do for me? That's part 1. Part 2, if I am for myself alone, what am I? Now, I love the fact that he does not say, who am I? He says, actually, what am I? How can I be human? How could I even call myself human if I care only about myself? If I care only for myself, I'm some other kind of creature, but not a human being. In other words, unselfishness. And then the third part, and if not now, when? Because we think, I'll be selfish this week. Next week I'll do it for someone else. And then it turns into this month. Then it turns into this year. And where does that go? So which part of Hillel's statement is the truest? All 3. What would we be if we don't care for ourselves? And today we call it something else. We call it self-care. And self-care is a real thing. Self-care is the opposite of working ourselves to death. Self-care is the opposite of martyrdom. And self-care is the opposite of the asceticism that the Protestant ethic values, which is work hard, don't play. And that, by the way, that way you earn your place in the world to come. We Jews are much more practical. What happens in this world right here now? Remember, not if not now, when? Forget the world to come. What happens now? We are entitled to enjoy the things that are permitted to us. That doesn't mean we get to enjoy everything, whatever you want to do. No. But I spoke in class last night about a rabbi whose name escapes me, and I apologize, who lived and worked and studied in Europe, and who one day got up, took a suitcase, and turned to his student and said, I'm going to the Alps. Student went, the Alps? Why, is there a yeshiva there? He said, no, not that I know of. Is a shul there? Not that I know of. Well, why are you going to the Alps? And he said, because I'm afraid that when I die and I go stand before the Holy One will say, did you see my Alps? I created them for you. They're beautiful. I created them for you to see, for you to enjoy. Why didn't you enjoy what I created for you? So I started off thinking that life was simply black and white. But as I learned our tradition, and two people have three opinions on any subject, I realized that it is so much more complicated than that, and so much fuller. There is not one way. It's not the way of the ascetic. It's not the way of the hedonist. But we have created within us and balanced within us both. If we head toward one side, we deny others who live on earth. We head toward the other side, we deny ourselves. Somewhere in the middle is a balance. The Yetzer Tov, the good inclination, was good. But the Yetzer Ra, the inclination, the other inclination, was very good. Together we balance them and create a life. And when does it start? Well, if not now, then when? Page 586, Aleinu says, thank you, God, you have given us a unique destiny on earth, different from all the others, and we praise you for it. 586 in the middle of the page, please rise if you're able. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'tet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegoraleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. 588. Shehu noteh shamayim v'yosed aretz, umoshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al, ushrinat uzo b'gov heimromim. Hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes zulato, kakatuv b'torato, v'yadata hayom, v'hashivota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim mima'al, v'al ha'aretz mitachat, ein od. On 590, we read together. When we get to the indentation, we switch to the Hebrew. Let all who dwell on earth acknowledge that unto you every knee must bend, and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you, Adonai, our God, let them pay homage. Let them give glory to your honored name. Let all accept the yoke of your reign, that you may rule over us soon and forever. For sovereignty is yours, and to all eternity you will reign in glory. As it is written in your Torah, Adonai will reign forever and ever. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad ushemo echad. A couple of things to share with you. 2 weeks from tonight is Eat, Pray, Learn, our annual combination of everything Jews love. We have dinner and service and study all together. There is no separate service that night. It's a combination. We set up tables in here. We have a really good turnout every year. So we'd love to have you come and join us. There is no charge to participate, but you have to let us know in advance that you're coming, and we will tell you whether to bring a side dish or a dessert. That's all you have to bring. But you please call the office or register with the information. Do they have it on here? Yes, eatpraylearn.trt.org. You can let us know, and please respond by this Wednesday. So Wednesday, yes, the 15th, right? Right. So that gives us a little time to go shopping. So the subject is going to be everyday personal ethics, and it should be really fun. We're going to play some games with ethics stuff. So let us know, and please join us. And as I said, there won't be any regular service that evening. The Women's Shabbat, which was supposed to be in January, is going to be in February instead. The information is here on the announcement sheet. And I want to point out to you that in the next week or so, you're going to be receiving an email about the World Zionist Organization elections that are coming up. Once every 4 or 6 years, the Jewish community around the world gets to vote on representatives who help to figure out where the Jewish agency's money goes. And that means we get a say about whether it goes to only Orthodox institutions or whether it also goes to liberal institutions within Israel. Your vote really matters. There is a very small fee that you pay to be able to vote. It is kosher. No one's stealing your credit card information. And you'll be receiving information about it. You are all entitled to vote. Anyone who's a member of the Jewish community is entitled to vote. We'll give you the information. We will give you some suggestions as to what ticket you might vote for if you want to support liberal values. And we'd really, really appreciate your doing it. Last time there was a vote, liberal Jews, that's not political, liberal Jews, that's Reform, Conservative, Reconstructionist, garnered 40% of the worldwide vote, which meant that for the first time ever, we got 40% of the allocations in Israel. And that has made a huge difference for the Reform and Conservative congregations in Israel, because the Israeli government supports, pays for, builds all of the Orthodox congregations in Israel and has not paid a dime toward any non-Orthodox congregation. And now for the first time, we're getting fiscal support for our colleagues and our congregations in Israel. So please, you'll be hearing about this soon. I'd really, really appreciate your taking the time and the very small amount that it costs to add your vote. One person can't vote 50 times. We need you, each one, to vote. So if you could do that, that would really, really be helpful. Yes? Yeah, against hatred, against anti-Semitism, yes. Right, so yeah, I think we're sending something out on Sunday or Monday about that, but yes, so that's Wednesday evening in Highland Park at the shul, or where is it in Highland Park?
It's at the Highland Park High School.
There you go, okay. Highland Park High School, please, if you can, join us. And also, I assume you all received the email that Rabbi Mark Disick is going to be the interim rabbi here beginning in July. I've known Mark for more years than either of us care to remember. And I'm very, very pleased that he's going to be the interim rabbi. And just FYI, he has already reached out and going, okay, Don, what's your schedule like? What are the things? What do I need to know? And I'm really pleased because he doesn't start till July 1st. And here it is January. And pretty much the day after he signed the agreement, he said, okay, how do I get started? Which I'm very, very happy about. So I hope you'll all get a chance to get to know him. He'll be here for just 1 year, but I hope you get to know him because he's worth it. And he has developed an expertise in helping congregations through change. And some of the changes because of things like retirement, and others that he's dealt with have been situations where the rabbi and the congregation parted on less than amicable terms. And actually, in speaking with him and describing TRT, he said, what a joy it's going to be to come into a place where everybody doesn't hate each other. So he's been in some challenging places. So I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased about that. And there's still a long time between now and the end of June, but the sooner we have things like that in place, the sooner the congregation can look forward and not just backward. So good things are coming. Please turn to page 598. Look at that. The same thing is on both sides. That's very fascinating. Oh, okay. Have them fix that for next time. So if you are here for Shiva, to remember someone who died during the past 7 days, please rise and say their names aloud. If you're here for Shloshim, for someone who died during the past 30 days, please rise. And if you are here for Yartzeit or to say Kaddish for any other reason, please rise. And as I look at you, say aloud the names of the ones you're remembering. Hamakom Yenachem Etchem. Yisha Arav Leitzion V'Yerushalayim. May God console you among the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Please rise if you're able. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'v'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shmaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel and to all the world, to which we say, amen. Please turn back now to page 122 and 123. There was evening and there was morning the sixth day. The heaven and the earth were finished and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch ata Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. You can't say the bracha without eating, and you can't sing the final song with dry chal on your mouth. Doesn't work. On page 632, a really fun song. Does anyone know what an acrostic is? Yes? So the entire song is an acrostic. 631, 632. Ein adir. Yes, right. It starts with, the first one is Ein Adir, Ein Baruch, Ein Gadol, Ein Darsheha, and goes through much of the entire alphabet here, all of which say, there is none as whatever as God. No one is blessed as Amram's son, that's the Jews. Nothing is great and nothing is whatever as Torah, and no interpreters like the people of Israel. So you'll catch the melody for the chorus, and please join with me. Ein adir kadonai, v'ein baruch keven Amram, ein gedola katorah, v'ein darshaneha keYisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael, ein hadur kadonai, V'ein v'hatik keven Amram, ein zaka katorah, v'ein chachameha keYisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael, ein tadur kadonai, v'ein v'hatik keven Amram, Ein zaka katorah, v'ein chachameh. Did I do this already? Yisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael. Ein tahor kadonai, v'ein yachid keven Amram, Ein kabira katorah, v'ein labdaneha keYisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael. Ein podek Adonai, v'ein tzadik keven Amram, Ein kedosha katorah, ein tomacheha keYisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael, mipiel umipiel, yevorach kol Yisrael. Dear God, we live in a world that pushes us to do more. It talks about our value in terms of productivity. What we earn, what we make. Judaism says there is value in the self. There's value in the individual. There's value in being alive. May we find the balance between the Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Ra, the inclination to selflessness and the inclination to selfishness. Either one by itself is not Tov, is not good. But when we find the balance, the place between the two, then truly we can say with God, Hine tov ma'od. It is very, very good. Shabbat shalom.